Hi, I'm Brandy. This is Hound Dog Hollow, and today I'm going to be doing a kind of like a review and a showing you an oracle deck that I got from the Witch's Moon. The word it's called is completely lapsing me right now, but I'm sure it'll come to me at like 2 minutes into this video. Anyways, I got this from a Witch's Moon box last August. It was like a celestial themed box. Came in this beautiful bag, which is probably my favorite thing. Astrological oracle cards. It does have like this beautiful prism, reflective. What struck me right away is that, first of all, I think it was the first deck I'd ever gotten in a box, and second of all, it looked very beautiful. So it's an astrology deck. So basically, it's got, I believe, 48 cards. No, 22 cards. It's very limited. That's one of my first concerns, is that it's very limited. So here's the book. We'll get to that. And here are the backs of the cards. They're a nice size. I could shuffle these if I wanted. They've got a silver edge. I feel like this is like an Art Deco or Art Nouveau type art style, drawing style. And, you know, it's not my favorite. It's not bad. It's just not one of my favorite styles of art across history. So basically it has planet cards and zodiac cards. So Sol, Sun, Luna, Moon, Mercury, Venus for Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturnus for Saturn, Uranus, Neptunus for Neptune, Pluto. And those are the planetary cards, so to speak. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. And literally that's the whole deck. So I feel like, as far as an oracle deck goes, like the traditional use, which would be to do drawings, and I usually like to draw a card. I like to do it on SBATs. I like to do it on Sabbats. I like to ask questions. I don't feel like this deck would work for that for me, because it's very limited. Although technically, you know, in astrology, this is the whole thing. This is the whole scope of life. Is the 12 zodiac signs represent 12 archetypes, and the 12 houses represent the 12 departments of life. And, you know, each of the planets are the energy that's being expressed in each of these departments. And the zodiac sign is how the energy is being expressed. So technically it should fit all of life's dilemmas into the thing, but it just doesn't draw forth the kind of thoughts and journaling that I need to work through a problem that another oracle deck might do. So I don't really have a lot of uses for this. So basically, it's got a big book, but it's got a lot of different languages, so it's not very much information at all. They're basically tell you about the zodiac signs, then they tell you about the planetary bodies, they tell you about each of the houses, and then they have one use where you can have a dialogue. So you draw 2 of the planetary cards, and however they work together will give you like a little blurb. And the other way that you could do it, so they have all the little combinations possible, The other way you can do it is to do like a natal chart. So you would have your cards lined up. So your signs would be separated from your planetary cards. You would choose one at random. And let's say I pick Pisces, which is my first house because it's my rising sign. And then you would go, of course, starting at the 9th position with Pisces, counterclockwise all the way around the zodiac in proper order. So then it would be Aries and Taurus and Gemini and so on and so forth. And from there, you would shuffle these guys, the planetary ones, and put them into, you would pick the house that represents your question. And it tells you like which house you would pick for that. And then you would draw a card and that planet would go in that house and you would see how they would mix together. So those are the options suggested here. Hypothetically, you could use this for a single card draw. You could use this for a 3-card reading. You could hypothetically use that and just use the descriptions in the book as well. The way that I've been using it is because I've had an astrology study group, and I've been using it to see like what the combinations mean for myself. So for example, my Pluto is in Libra in the 7th house. So then I look at what that combination might mean. So that's how I've been using it. And I'm going to finish with mine, do my husband and son, and then I probably think that I'm not going to really use this deck very often. You could get creative with the use of this deck, so you could use it on your altar, in a spell, like to focus your energy on Pluto, or to focus your energy on Pisces, or to represent those archetypes or deities in your work. You could use it for art, you could use it for meditating, you could use it for journaling. There's a lot of creative ways that you could use this deck. I just don't think that I would use them that way. Traditionally, for my oracle decks, I don't use them for those uses. I use them for usually single card draws, sometimes more, just to say like, what's the message for me from the universe? What should I be looking out for? What should I, like, I leave it really broad and open because most of the times I feel like we know the answer. The universe is just giving you a card to help you decipher or to really like hone in your instinct on that area. So those are my thoughts. I have one more thought, and my thought is that I wish that there was a little bit more diversity in the way that the people are represented. There's a lot of redheads and blondes, and all of these gods and goddesses are from the Mediterranean. But I don't see a single one of them that looks tanned. So it would have been nice to see. And I'm going to try and get a little bit more representation in my decks in the future. But, I mean, I have no negatives about this deck. It's just, I think for a person who, for the right person, it would be a great deck. For me, it's a very limited use. And so after this big push for understanding astrology, I probably won't be using it very much, if at all. And that is my review for Astrological Oracle cards. I know it's different than like a flip through, which I love to watch because it helps me decide if I'm going to buy that deck. I saw a flip through of the Spirit Animal deck and I had to have it. So this is just more of a straight up review saying like, sorry cards, I didn't mean to bruise you. How did I like the deck? How did I use it? And do I recommend it to others? So thank you so much for watching. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. I look forward to your comments. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and join our little family. Thank you so much. You guys have a wonderful night.